We knew sitting down with Colonel Craig at Whiskey University for some whiskey tastings was going to be fun. But when he pulled an Elmer T. Lee bottle that we had never heard about, well, that changed the entire playing field. We got to compare it to the regular Elmer T. Lee, which of course Colonel Craig shared, and holy buckets, what a difference. Sharing whiskey with friends is what it's all about. Welcome to this episode of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. I'm sitting here at Whiskey University and I'm sitting with Colonel Craig Duncan, the founder, president, CEO, and director of Whiskey University. And we're sitting in the Whiskey University library, and Colonel Craig is he's walking us through a couple different tastings, and you can see some bottles here that we're gonna get to, a couple of unicorns. But before we get into that, tell me about Whiskey University real briefly. What is it?
Sure. Whiskey University is a school that teaches people about the history and virtues of bourbon, whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, rye whiskey, and Canadian whiskey. We have 128 different classes, and our whole goal in every class is to be very brand specific. Talk about 12 different brands, 4 historical figures, 2 or 3 little 2-minute videos, but more important, an immersive experience about hearing, seeing, and tasting different whiskeys from around North America.
And it's the only classes I've ever been in that you get to drink during class.
Where else can you get a degree for drinking?
I know, it's so much fun. Okay, so here's what's going on. Whiskey University has 2,300 whiskeys.
We do.
In the library, right? And so we pulled a unicorn. Craig's gonna taste us through a unicorn and then a pretty special bottle here. So tell me about what we're gonna try here.
Okay, first of all is just your standard Elmer T. Lee.
And everyone's looking for this.
Everyone's looking for this. 10 years ago, you would be able to find it dusty in the back of the liquor store where nobody even knew. 15 years ago,
15, yeah.
where nobody knew about it, nobody cared. But the fact that Buffalo Trace products have just escalated in demand, nobody can find these because they make about 1/4 of the production that they do of blends, another famous single barrel made from Elmer T. Lee, made by Buffalo Trace. But Elmer T. Lee is one of the 4 cornerstones of Buffalo Trace, what was the George T. Stagg Distillery for 110 years. What I will tell you is those 4 cornerstones are people that the distillery would be nothing like it is today without them. Colonel E.H. Taylor, George T. Stagg, Colonel Albert Bacon Blanton, and Elmer T. Lee. Those 4 people are considered the 4 cornerstones of Buffalo Trace. And in 1984, Elmer T. Lee decided to come out with what at that time was an outlandish idea. They came out with the world's first single barrel bourbon, and it was called Blanton's. He named it after the guy that wouldn't give him a job, Colonel Blanton, that told him, "We ain't hiring anybody, boy."
Yeah.
But to make a long story short, Orville Shoup told him, "Come back on Monday, we'll find a job for you." But he went on to work at the distillery for 45 plus years. He is still to this day, even though he's passed away, considered the master distiller emeritus at Buffalo Trace. And 1 year after he came out with that world's first single barrel bourbon called Blanton's, he retired. The year after, so in 1984, Blanton's came out.
Yep.
1985, he retired. And in 1986, Elmer T. Lee was the second Buffalo Trace single barrel. Problem is, at that point, nobody heard about it, nobody cared, nobody drank it. These days, you can't find it.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and try a little bit of the Elmer T. Lee, and then we've got a special bottle to try a little bit at the end here. So when you look at Elmer T. Lee, you will see his picture through the back of the bottle, wearing what he termed as his go-to-hell hat. I guess they call that a golf hat, or I don't know what they...
Yeah, I think...
You know, I'm not sure what the technical name for that, but he used to call it his go-to-hell hat.
I love it. So I'm picking up like cereal grain, like Cap'n Crunch on the nose.
90 proof,
So yeah, low proof.
single barrel.
It doesn't have a lot of kick, doesn't have a lot of spice to it. It's fairly balanced in the mouth. It seems like, to me, now keep in mind I drink a lot of craft whiskey, and so I'm usually looking for a lot of different flavors in a craft whiskey because they're normally pot stilled. This one seems like it doesn't have a lot of depth to it. It's pretty pedestrian
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
At all, because you probably always know what this one's going to taste like.
Many people just shut off the video at that point
Yeah.
once you did that. But that's okay. We all have our opinion.
Right.
No, but this is a very sought after bourbon.
It is.
But it's still 90 proof.
Yeah, it's
single barrel. It's
drinker. I mean, it's a very easy drinker, and I can see a lot of people who are fairly new to whiskey really liking this because it doesn't have those bold flavors. It doesn't have those really big kick you in the mouth spikes, and it doesn't carry a lot of proof to it.
right.
And the finish is really short for me, very short. I enjoy it. It's just not one that I would probably come back to on a regular basis.
Good, solid, standard bourbon.
It is. And if I had this on my shelf and someone said to me, hey, I'm interested in learning about whiskey, this would be a great whiskey I would try somebody on.
Great way to start.
Because it's super easy to get into it.
Absolutely.
And you can pick up the caramel, you can pick up the vanilla, all those traditional flavors are there.
And the story.
Yeah, the story is phenomenal. Okay. All right. So
this is a standard Elmer T. Lee.
right.
So in addition to the standard variation of Elmer T. Lee, at 3 times they've come out with a very limited edition
Okay.
to honor one of the 4 cornerstones. One was for his 90th birthday when he was alive. And then the second was for the year he passed away. When he died in 2013, they came out with a special commemorative bottle.
Okay.
And then after he had passed away, when what would have been his 100th birthday, they came out with another bottle. And this one not only is a unicorn, but is probably going for in the neighborhood of $2,500, $3,000 a bottle. So let's try just a little sip of that. And
he's letting me pour it myself.
people in this industry refer to this as the death bottle because it commemorated the death of Elmer T. Lee. And it is something special. One of those unique bourbons that you will always remember the taste because it's, I don't know what Buffalo Trace did to commemorate him.
The nose
but
is different on this.
It is.
This is not the same nose as the other one. It's got more spice to it.
Very different. Yes.
It's got more going on. There's more happening. There's that. It's not rice spice. It's like a carrot cake spice. Is what I'm getting. It's kind of weird.
Carrot cake spice. I haven't heard that describing a whiskey, but I like it.
But it's got a whole lot more going on the nose.
Yeah, and when you get into it, it'll be a whole lot like a carrot cake.
Yeah. Now this one has got, there's some fruit happening there, almost like a red delicious apple is coming through for me. There's some sugar on the back end, some brown. It's dark brown sugar. That's what I'm
almost
picking up.
burnt.
Yeah, almost burnt, and they're like caramelized pralines. And the finish on this has got a longer finish,
Much longer finish and a little bit hotter on the end.
just a touch, but not anything that is overpowering.
Only 93 proof, only 3 proof different,
That's amazing.
but the literal, whatever they did to it, took it up a couple notches.
Took it up several notches. I would agree with you on that one. This one, hands down, this one beats that one in a heartbeat. but this is a unicorn.
That is a unicorn, yes. My only request of whiskey cookers is when I die to name a death bottle after me and market it across the country as a unicorn. So
We can do that. Oh my God. If you ever get a chance to find this bottle, I suggest you buy it and I suggest you open it up and try it because it is delicious.
it really is.
So how do they find out about Whiskey University?
So you go to whiskeyuniv.com, and if you're interested in taking one of our classes, there's a course catalog that lists all 128 classes, but there's also a little button that's called Get Started. And when you go to that, you fill out about 8 fields, and we will actually teach 4 classes absolutely free. We start a little mini master every 60 days, and we'd love to have any of the Whiskey Cooker participants or people that watch jump on in for free because you're here.
That's awesome. You can find us at thegreatamericanwhiskeycookers.com. Like us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things. You know how to do that. Go to Patreon, become a member if you want. And a big thank you to our Patreon members. We couldn't do this without you, so thank you very much. Craig, the same toast as always. If you can't be good at it, my friend.
Be good at it.
This is delicious.